Hello. Today's topic is service monitoring charts, alerts, and remediation. Agenda for the session would be overview of monitoring in CLM and visualizing charts in CLM. Where do we configure monitoring for services in CLM? We have two ways of doing this. We can enable monitoring flag in service blueprint, or we can enable monitoring flag using a day 2 option. In CLM, we have various actions that can be performed on top of a service. We can have email notification, we can scale up servers horizontally, that is add or remove a server to a service. We can scale up or down servers vertically, that is adding CPU or memory to a service. There's another action called as custom actions. These are scripts that can be run on top of services. There are advanced configuration which can be done for monitoring. We can have various monitoring levels, we can change email templates, and we can also allow hot swap based actions. Visualizing charts of various metrics. By default, every service has two metrics, that is CPU and memory. A user can go ahead and add metrics like disk or network depending upon his needs. Apart from this, we cover two kinds of charts. One is known as composite chart, while the other one is individual charts on the servers. With this, we will run into a demo which will give overview of monitoring services. Here I have logged into Cloud Lifecycle Management using the Cloud Admin. We have checked out one of the blueprints. To configure monitoring in Blueprint, we click on Definition and go to the Properties. Under Properties, we can see there are checkboxes for Enable Monitoring, Monitoring Level, and Enable Monitoring Policy. By clicking on Enable Monitoring, one ensures that monitoring will be enabled on all the services using this blueprint. If we uncheck this, all the services that use this blueprint will not have monitoring. To give overview of monitoring levels, I would like to show that we have three default levels as gold, silver, and bronze. All these three levels have different timing depending on which data is collected and monitoring is triggered. Apart from this, we have something called as enable monitoring policy. When a user enables a monitoring policy, that means a rule can be set on the services and actions can be triggered based on the services. In coming series, we will be seeing how do we configure policies and how are they triggered. Another way of configuring monitoring is using day 1 or day 2 actions. I have currently opened option editor screen on which I have created a monitor demo as an option, under which I have created an option choice called as monitor demo enable. I have selected monitor demo enable and clicking on blueprint configuration. By clicking on blueprint configuration, I will be able to add the day 2 option monitoring to this. I'll click on plus. This will show me the blueprint configuration. We can go ahead and select monitoring. That will list me options such as do we need to enable monitoring, do we need to have a policy, and what level of policy should be applied. I'll click OK and go ahead and create this option. A user can add this option to his day 1 or day 2 and enable monitoring on his services. Next, I'll walk you through the charts that are available on the service. This is the service which is selected and monitoring is enabled on these services. On top, we have two buttons as monitoring charts and monitoring policies. Let's see monitoring charts. By clicking on monitoring charts, I will be going into the service which will show me the various charts. We can now see two default charts are presented on the screen as CPU and memory charts. There is not much activity happening on services and hence we don't see a lot of trigger points. A user can also perform add chart, which will help him add charts for network and disk. In coming series, we would see those things. With this, we shall end the demo for part 1. Thank you.